folks. Do you ever wonder what's wrong with the world? Do you always see signs that show that our society is going in a downward spiral that's eventually going to explode into the beast? I know I do. I just can't believe certain things that people these days create. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. It's enough to make you go absolutely they're creating it. Then you find out that there are several people that like these certain things and you're the only one who doesn't. Then, all of a sudden, you're seen as the bad guy. You are seen as the nutjob that escaped from the maximum security prison with the straitjacket still tied to you. You're seen as this simply because you don't think like everybody else does. You don't share their opinions. Well, screw that! They think you're the one who's the nutjob? Well, they're not too far off. In actuality, they're the nutjobs. I mean, the sheer insanity of people. Is it hard for you to wake up every morning and deal with the fact that there are lots of people that like something so bad that just makes your mind shake? You would think you're in a horror movie. You just can't wrap your mind around the fact that you feel like you're the only sane, but you were seen as the crazy one. It's enough to make you go completely bonkers and actually start to believe them. You then run around yelling random things while dressed up as Napoleon where you share a cell with the Mad Hatter. You'd like to think it's a horror movie, but it's not. It's real trucking life. What is one of these things that might cause this to happen to average Joe? It's none other than this. This is a show that's so demonic and evil that Satan himself had his name removed from the credits of every episode. Yet, for some reason, several people are watching it, giving it ratings, and making it a staple of our pop culture. How bad is it? Well, let's take a look. Prepare to think that every creepypasta video you watch looks like a children's story by comparison. Here is my rant on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Just saying that title makes me feel like I have to cut my tongue out. So, a little background. Well, to sum up, this show is a spin-off of the show Toddlers and Tiaras. It follows the life of a Alanis family and how they do several things that will make you say, this is passing as entertainment these days? Anyway, if TLC made Toddlers and Tiaras to cater to pedophiles, then I guess they made Here Comes Honey Boo Boo to cater to dumb pedophiles. So, the first episode was This Is My Crazy Family. It starts off with the montage of Alana being in beauty pageants. Wow, a few seconds in and I already feel like I should be taking a shower. Good job, show. After the montage, the intro for this show starts. It shows the family posing for a photo. Well, this is nice. It shows that the family is really together and close. I feel I'm going to see nothing but sweet family values when I watch this show. That is until the mom farts and the title appears. No, I'm not kidding. That's the intro. If that sets the tone for the rest of this show, then kill me now! Please put me out of my misery before it gets worse! Sadly, I believe in the value of life, so I have to keep watching. Anyway, it shows Mama way girls wash their hair in the sink and they eat cheese balls for breakfast. Whoa! This is real nail-biting entertainment here! I'm so worried that one of them might drop a cheese ball on the floor. After that riveting breakfast, the family heads to the Redneck Games. I swear to God I did not make that name up. So, at games, they walk around and the mother makes a negative comment about other people's fat bodies. Well, I'm sure you about overweight people. So, during the Redneck Games, one of the daughters participates in pig feed bobbing. I think I'm about to puke out my spleen. Later, the hot weather makes the family want to go swimming in a pond, but the mother is worried about the flesh-eating bacteria in the pond, so she doesn't let them. Oh, okay, so cheese balls are the ideal breakfast for your kids, but you won't let them go swimming in a pond with the slight possibility they might have a... My God, you are the worst parent ever! Anyway, the games continue, and two of the kids participate in a belly flopping contest. I'm being more entertained by watching water drip from my gutters than watching this show. So, after the commercial break, the family is back home and they're eating snacks. Okay, seriously, this is people's idea of entertainment? Seriously? Anyway, one of the kids who is they nicknamed Chubbs. Chubbs? Really? How cruel can you get? Anyway, Chubbs wants to lose weight with her. So the whole family weighs themselves. Oh my god. Are you trucking sitting me? I'm watching a TV show where a trucking family is weighing themselves? This is a TV show? No, I don't believe that. I honestly can't give myself to call this a TV show. I think this is a family's home movies that TLC somehow got a hold of. Oh wait, that's exactly what it is! So, after that waste of airtime, they go to a toddler beauty pageant. I still can't believe those are actually legal. So, Alana competes, she loses, and cries about it. And it's too much! What kind of world are we living in that one girl can't win a beauty pageant? Screw the conflict in the Middle East, screw the Hurricane Sandy victims, and screw the presidential election. Alana not winning this pageant is our biggest concern. This episode sucks! My god, I've seen lots of bad reality shows, but this one takes the cake. All it was a family doing whatever they normally do, and it somehow ended up on TV. I've never been so depressed by a TV show before, and I honestly can't sleep well at night knowing this show exists. Guess what, though? This is only the first episode. It's only the first episode. So, as I continue to be tortured, the next episode I watched was She Oohed Herself. Why does that title put horrible images into my head? So, this episode starts with the mother arranging coupons. Wow! Coupons! Oh my god! This is the most thrilling thing I've ever seen on TV! Wait, no it truckin' isn't! Anyway, the family goes to the grocery store. For loose sake, shopping? They're freaking shopping! Is this something that is really alien to the 2.5 million viewers that watch this crap week after week? Oh my god! They're shopping! I've never seen that before! How the heck am I still alive if I can't get off my fat self to go shopping and buy food? I don't know. I'm too busy watching Here Comes Honey Boo Boo to think about these confusing matters. So, after their shopping trip, they go home and plan a baby shower for one of the daughter's upcoming babies. What is this baby shower you speak of? I've never heard of that. After the commercial, the fan and they don't have a pool, but that's okay, they're rednecks. They break out their handy dandy tarp and they use it as a slip and slide. This reminds me of the time when I used to slip and slide instead of watching other people do it on TV. God, how I miss those. Anyway, Alana goes to a dance studio to practice for another pageant. I wasn't done watching the family doing things that I do in my own life. Anyway, after her practice, they go home and the family weighs themselves on the freaking scale again. Really? Yeah, because it was so thrilling the first time. In the midst of this, their pet pig poops on the table. Okay, producers of this show, let me ask you something. Did you really have to include that in the episode? Did you? Really? Because I really don't know why you had to. I mean, when I watch TV to be entertained. I don't watch TV to watch pigs poop. In fact, I think there are quite a few people out there other than me who don't want to see that. You know why? Because it's looking disgusting. Seriously, what the truck is wrong with you people? So, the family has their big squealing in pain. My God, the squealing of that pig is actually a relief compared to all the other crap I had to sit through. This episode sucks! We're halfway there, folks. Only 2 more episodes to survive through. So, the next one was, what is a doornut? I know what it is. It sounds like a better idea for a TV show than this piece of dog spit! So, the family is celebrating Christmas in July, and they hang up Christmas decorations. Folks, I'm sorry. All the sarcasm I have has been squeezed out by this show. I've got nothing left. An auditorium, and Alana practices for a pageant. While on camera, Alana says that her instructor told her to practice. And practice.
And practice, 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 and practice.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Al, I'm forever dedicated to you for that. So, back home, the mother says the family has to give up the pig. Oh, no, you're not. That pig is the only thing that's keeping me from stabbing 16-year-old virgins and bathing in their blood. You're not taking that away from me. The pig is then taken away. Well, Herman, looks like I'm going to be wiping bloodstains from you tonight. Anyway, after the saving grace is taken away, the family goes riding four-wheelers. Wow, bunch of wedgies. Starts off where the last one left off, as the pregnant girl is in the ER. Turns out she was just having contractions. Huh. What a letdown. Anyway, they go home and talk about the baby, and guess what they do next? Come on! I honestly want you guys to say what you think they're going to do next in this episode. I'll give you a hint. They weigh themselves again! Are you freaking kidding me? Really? Weighing? Really? Why? Just why? My God! This show isn't even trying! Well, I wasn't expecting it to try, so I guess it's not a letdown. Anyway, after what feels like a clip from a previous episode, the family goes to a water park. Oh, how I wish I was at a water park looking at women in bikinis and watching this show. Anyway, during their trip to the water park, the mom gets her fat self stuck in a tube. Riveting. Eventually, the kids want to see their mom's deformed foot, and it goes to a commercial. During this commercial, I was saying this to my TV. Show, I know you've done several horrible things before, but if you show that fat woman's deformed foot, I don't think I'll be able to physically live anymore. So please, I'm begging on my knees, don't show that woman's foot. I don't think I'm the only intelligent human being who doesn't want to see that foot. So, the show gets back from off to show that there are bugs living in her big toe. Oh God. Oh. Okay. I think that was okay. That's the last freaking stick. TLC, I'm suing you. Thanks to you showing me that horrible image, I don't think I'm going to be able to eat anything. I'm going to starve to death. Can you blame me? Who in the heck could ever eat again after seeing that? So, after that manslaughtering image, the family goes home and give Alana a spray tan, and she goes to another freaking pageant. Alana wins her age group, but she loses the Supreme title, and she becomes sad. And I don't care because I'm still trying to get that image out of my... Seriously, what the truck is wrong with you people at TLC? Describe this show. What's the worst show you've ever seen? Well, whatever show you can come up with now looks like your favorite show compared to this show. My God. I've seen some bad reality shows and bad TV shows in general, but this show doesn't just take the cake. It swallows the cake in one gulp, barfs the cake back up, swallows the cake again, spits the cake on whoever's near it, ain't other cakes. I'm sorry if that was a little nasty, but I don't know how else I can describe this show. Well, there's a look at the episodes, but let me talk about some general things I've noticed about this show. For starters, subtitles are frequently used. I find that hilarious, seeing as how the people that watch this show don't know how to read, and then the people who can read them are too busy watching better shows. Another thing is, every time I see that mom laugh, I can hear a baby goat being castrated. And every time the dad is on screen, he always has an annoyed look on his face. I like to narrate what he's thinking. Dang this family, agreeing to do this stupid. It's making us all look bad. Just wait until those cameramen leave. This family's gonna be a part of a massacre that John Wayne Gacy will be jealous of.
The most human trait is to want to know why.
And there's the general problem with this show. It's nothing but something TLC is using to make this flat out unethical. It feels like a modern day version of a freak show about how TLC is using this family as something for. Is this the kind of world we're living in? I mean, I don't blame the family. They have the right to be however they want. But for a nationwide TV channel to take it and exploit it for all of America to see, that gives me chills just thinking about it. You would think that it would be the plot of a horror movie, but it's not. It's reality, which is the worst horror movie of all. And if that's not uncomfortable enough, TLC has given this family millions of dollars just for them to act how they normally act. How much money do you get paid to act how you normally act? Squat. That's disgusting. Think of all the homeless children we could find homes for with all the money this family is getting for this horrible show. Look, whoever watches this show, I don't care if you watch it to point and laugh at this family. Stop. You're only supporting TLC for exploiting this family, making them look bad, but giving them millions of dollars in the process. There are better TV shows out there. Shows that are made to entertain you, not make you want to starve yourself for the rest of your life. Change the channel and watch something else. Anyway, there's my rant on the Wrath of Lucifer. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. I'm Ben, and I'm signing out. Very expensive lawyer. TLC, I'm coming for you.
Going down south, I'm gonna have myself a time.
Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation.
Going down south, I'm gonna leave my woes behind.
And we're parking doing it, people spouting howdy neighbor.
Heading on up south. Come on down South Park and meet some friends of mine.
You're watching Comedy Central. It's sex, lies, and porno videotapes on Strip Mall, starring Julie Brown. Next.
Welcome back to Ben Rants, and when I was a kid, copying people was shamed upon. There are a lot of times where I don't understand certain popularities. I never understand why something so bad can be so popular, and that's the case with the subject of today's rant, the ever-popular animated sitcom Family Guy. For a long time, I've had a long grudge with this show, and I feel now's the time to address it. Keep in mind, though, I know this is a lot of my close friends love this show, so even though I'm ranting on this show, I have nothing against you if you like. To each his own. So, get ready to be surprised. Here's my rant on Family Guy. Before I rant on this show, I used to love this show. That's right, I got into this show when it first appeared on Adult Swim, and I was obsessed with it. I bought the DVDs and watched every episode constantly, and I never got tired of it. Episodes came on, I started to watch them for a while, and then as I got older, I started to realize that I was starting to be less and less interested in this show. I got tired of hearing the same jokes, getting really offended, and annoyed at all the flashback jokes. So, I stopped watching it, sold all my DVDs, and have since started hating this show. Let's get into why I hate it. Well, for starters, there's its cliched premise. We have an animated dysfunctional family that goes through several misadventures. Yes, this is a copy of The Simpsons. However, I'm willing to understand that some basic ideas do get copied a lot, and some shows aren't always going to be 100% original. But that's not what ticks me off about this. He's a big fat guy who has an annoying voice and an annoying laugh, and he's a self-centered idiot. Then there's Lois, a weird wife who kinda acts like some kind of weird sex symbol, as well as a witch. There's Chris, who's an angry teenager who's just as dumb, if not dumber than his father. Character in this show, who's always the center of abuse or neglect. Next, there's Stewie, a homosexual stereotype who acts like the biggest wuss you could ever meet. Then finally, there's Brian, a left-wing nut-job dog who never shuts up. Bunch of characters we have, don't we? Wow, all of these characters are really any redeeming quality in them, except for Meg, but she's just there to be a whipping mule. However, you know what sucks about this? These characters... Peter used to actually be caring of his family, and he wasn't as brain-dead as he is now. Also, Lois used to be a caring mother and not a sex symbol wannabe. Chris used to be just an average teenage boy. Meg still didn't do anything. Stewie used to be an evil baby trying to kill his mother, and Brian used to be a dog that had no sign of being politically informed. Wow, now these sound like more likable characters. Why the heck the change? Since the show was revived, these characters have had a total make-under. This show had the Looney Tunes show formula done on them. This show also is home to several other annoying characters. There's Quagmire, who's a sex giddy, and it gets really freaking irritating. Then there's Herbert, an old pedophile who's not really funny, just creepy. And there's Greased Up Deaf Guy. Just why? Anyway, there are several more annoying characters we could go over, but I don't want to because I have a migraine enough as it is. This is supposed to be a comedy show, but it really goes the lowest on the comedy ladder to try and get a laugh. There's racist jokes, sexist jokes, fart jokes, stupid jokes, celebrity jokes, chicken jokes, rock jokes, sync jokes, Star Wars jokes, and several other stupid jokes till I give myself a nosebleed. One of the biggest ways this show executes jokes is by the use of flashbacks. These flashbacks have nothing to do with the plot, nor do they even make any sense. They just appear and disappear, and I wonder why they were supposed to be funny. Some of the biggest examples where I go, huh? What? When I'm watching this show is one joke I remember where one character said he's more stubborn than a mule, and then it showed a guy talking to a mule, and the mule just kept hee-hawing. What the heck was that about? How was that supposed to be funny? What the flub kind of humor is this show going for? Anyway, some butter commercial where it shows two hands and a woman hand hogging the butter, and the male hand proceeds to stab the woman hand. Gee Manetly! Gruesome dark comedy? Wasn't. Dark comedy is supposed to be done in a funny way, not in a stabbing till somebody's bleeding way. Man, this show is messed up. Well, I think the main problem with this show is that it makes fun of a lot of modern pop culture. Well, I believe that's one of the worst ways to make a to be successful for years to come. You contain stuff that people many years from now are going to understand. You make it timeless. People aren't going to understand a parody of certain commercials many years from now. Heck, I don't even understand it now! Lots of jokes from old radio shows, but it's done in a way where a person now can laugh at it even though they don't understand where the joke is coming from. But we've only scratched the surface here. Family Guy isn't only good at making bad dated jokes. Oh no, they are also good at stealing other people's jokes. Yeah, that's right. They need other people's material to be funny, and this is what really ticks me off about this show. I'm against using other people's characters to make a laugh unless it's supposed to be a sketch show. You shouldn't need other people's characters to get a cheap laugh. You have your own characters. Use them! But let me give examples as to why I like it when they don't. You know why? They portray them in a negative light. Some examples I could think of is when it flashed back to Walt Disney asking Mickey Mouse to take her top off. Really? That's not funny. That's just sick. But, oh, we're not done. Then it flashed back to Peter stabbing Yogi Bear right in front of Boo Boo. Wow, still gruesome, huh? But no. The biggest one that really ticked me off was Bugs Bunny several times and finally cracking his neck. That's it! How dare you do that? How dare you take characters that we've loved since childhood and just spit right in their faces just to try to get a cheap laugh? And I know some of you might say, oh, Ben, relax, it's just a joke. A joke? That's the show's idea of a freaking Bugs being shot and his neck being cracked? The character I love being killed very brutally right before my eyes. That's not funny. That's just not funny. Screw you, Family Guy. Screw you. And, beyond all that, several characters from popular media appear out of nowhere in this show. Okay, I know you're a cartoon, but you're a cartoon about a family living in Rhode Island. This isn't Who Framed Roger Rabbit where all these cartoon characters can walk around nonchalantly. You know, it just doesn't work like that. Featuring jokes that make no sense, they're dropping more fart and sexual jokes than I've ever seen from anything in this modern age. It seems that every character in this show has either farted or made a sexual slur at least once in the series. An example I can think of is when Peter had a flashback to where he had a fart contest with Michael Moore, or when he said what would happen if they replaced the fart noise with the burp noise, and vice versa. Yeah, because the noises my body makes is hilarious! Seriously, how old do you think I am? I'm 18 years old. I don't think this kind of crap is funny. I mean, I can see me being 12 years old and thinking this crap is funny, but I'm not 12 years old anymore. Fart jokes and sex jokes aren't funny. If somebody can successfully explain to me how these jokes are funny, then I'll personally bend down and kiss your feet. And I don't plan on getting my mouth dirty. But Another main thing that ticks me off about this show is that it's a big Simpsons ripoff. I know several people have said this time and time again, but it's true. Not calling this a Simpsons ripoff would be like not calling this movie an insult to the Smurfs. I don't even think this show would be successful if it wasn't for the Simpsons. So you think this show should at least show some respect,